Okay, everybody. It's only like a couple of weeks till Halloween.
I
So
can't wait.
we're hoping to spook it out for you. We're going to talk about movies tonight. Lisa and I are trying to pick out some really fun, scary stuff. It's going to get scarier as the weeks go on, right up to a really cool episode that we have for Halloween night. Lisa, are you
Yeah.
ready to jump in? Maybe we should do our clinking, drink our cheers first so we can get into it.
I tell you what, let's do that. And before we do our clinking, let's give a shout out to Crystal Philp. She actually sent us a picture of her fancy glass, and this is her fancy glass. How cute is that?
Holy crap, it's cute.
I know
Crystal, seriously, girl?
it's
Where did you
adorable.
get that?
I know. I
I
want to
love
know
it.
too. I said, she said this is her favorite Klinkster glass. That's what she said.
Oh my God, I freaking love it.
I do too. So
I
cute.
want it, Crystal. I want it. I'm just being
Yeah.
upfront and open. On one
Crystal,
of our overnights, Lisa, if it comes up missing, we don't know how.
I don't know where it went. Crystal, you better protect that with your life.
Girl, put that in your sleeping bag.
So if you guys remember, Crystal is our good friend that actually bought Becky and I our some fancy glasses on our last
Yes,
trip
that we love.
We love our glasses. I didn't even tell you about this. Okay, you know my niece got married last weekend, and
Yes,
my sister, she said, "Oh, these glasses are from Amberlynn's grandmother or somebody," and she said these. We need to put 2 of these on the bride and groom table, and then there's 6 of them left. We can use those on the family end of the table. I opened the box. I kid you not, Becky. They are the red glasses that Crystal bought us. They are the same exact
get
glasses.
that F out.
I said, why are these glasses keep showing up in my life? What is it?
Lisa, there's something. There's a million freaking glasses in the world.
Like literally
What
the exact.
what is it with the glasses?
I don't know, but that's those. I just looked and I went, you got to be kidding me. She had a set of 8 of them.
Oh my God. So they're red and clear. What is the significance of it?
They're the exact glasses that we saw at the Relic and didn't buy. And then Crystal bought them on that same
But we
trip.
loved them.
We loved them. We just didn't buy
Yes.
them. And then
At a different store.
yeah, from a different store. And then my niece has someone passed them down to her to use at her wedding. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Something is going to happen with these glasses. I
There's
don't know
something.
what, but
There's
this is
something
too
with these
much.
glasses. I know there's something with these glasses. I don't know what it is, but I thought it was bizarre. So again,
It's
Crystal,
way bizarre.
we love our glasses and we love your fancy glass that you got there.
Yes, we do, girl. It's awesome.
We do. So, what's your fancy glass tonight?
Let me show you my fancy glass real quick. Skulls. It's kind of hard to see.
Oh, they're like sugar skulls. I like
different colored skulls.
Well,
yeah, it's kind of like last week. I forgot the stars and moons, but this time it's got skulls. So let me see yours.
Apparently,
I'm thirsty. I'm gonna sneak a drink.
Apparently, we are on a skull night because I got my handy dandy skull mug. How about that?
Hell yes! Hell to the no! Yay!
You like
skull
that?
Night.
Skull night. Yeah, we're on a skull night, y'all. We don't even plan this ahead of time. We surprise each other. She had no idea what I had. I had no idea what she had. So, cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Let's drink to future Mrs. Austin and spooky October.
Y'all don't even know. Future Mrs. Austin is only 16 days away.
Yes. Clink, clink.
Clink, clink. And a cheers to all of our clinksters out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys, we're trying to build up followers. You got to go out there and shake the bushes for us. Get people to come and listen to us.
Yeah. Becky and I are trying real hard to get to that 500 because we've already found us a location to go sit in the woods, and we're going to do it for you guys. So,
and just so y'all know, we're not that pumped about it.
We're not. But we're going to do it.
We're a little bit scared about it. We didn't say. I forgot who did the challenge to us. We
I don't
didn't
remember
say.
either.
We didn't commit all night, did we? To stay where Bigfoot might come and get us.
I think it said to spend the night in the woods.
So anything after 12 midnight would be 12:01, right? I mean, would be the next day. So
I
like I'm
suppose
just
we
saying.
could play it like that. But I mean, Becky, I'm thinking, listen, I'm thinking we could turn this into a good time. Build us a
Girl,
fire.
if I start hearing boulders thrown at us and all the freaking knocking on the doors, you're
Don't
gonna
leave
be
me.
in my dust.
Don't leave me, Beck.
I don't know. It'll be an experience. We'll do it. You guys have got to help us reach that 500. Damn it.
Yeah. Y'all start sharing. And if you're watching
Yes.
this and you haven't subscribed, because I've looked at our analytics and there's a lot of you guys that are watching but haven't clicked that subscribe button. So hit it and click it, push it, click it. And then we're gonna go out there, the two old Southern girls, city chicks. We're country but city. We're gonna go stay out in the woods, just the two of us.
Yes.
I don't know.
And if you're new to our
Crystal said she was going to go with us, but she ain't.
if you're new to our channel, welcome, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not a fancy YouTube with lots of graphics and stuff. This is sit around the table and chat about spooky crap and murders and UFOs, anything creepy and spooky and all that. That's what this is going to be. And yeah, y'all are gonna love it. So hang around, because tonight we have decided. Last week we talked about haunted objects, and this week we're going to talk about movies that were inspired by actual murderers or horrific things or curses. Some of the movies have been cursed from the get-go.
Cursed and haunted, and yeah.
So let's talk about a few of these. That way you guys, when you're sitting at home this month and you're trying to get your spook on, look up these movies, watch them.
Absolutely.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? What do you want to do, Sally Sue?
Well, Becky Lou.
I like that.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
I'll go first. So
girl.
I chose my first movie. Actually, both of my movies are going to be old, but I couldn't help it.
Mine are too.
Okay. So I chose The Omen as my first movie.
Hell yes.
So The Omen was
I got creeped out when you just said it.
That movie was scary. So scary. So for those of you who've never seen The Omen, it's a movie from 1976. It's an oldie but a goodie. And the basis of the movie is a mother loses her child during childbirth. The father is approached by the chaplain, and the chaplain offers to allow the family to adopt the little boy, and they decide to do it. So they name the little boy Damien. Turns out that Damien is the Antichrist reincarnated, and he afflicts a lot of death and misery upon this family. A lot of death and misery. So that's the basis of the movie. Now, it's a great movie. It's scary. It has a lot of good scary stuff in it. But the scary stuff is really the stuff that happens.
It's suspenseful too.
It is suspenseful. And that little boy, the looks he gives, I think I got a picture of that little boy.
I know. I think I'm scarred for life because I did watch a few scary shows in the growing up days. I can't do it anymore, y'all. I can't. They're too scary and they're too gruesome.
Is he not just a scary looking little boy?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He's going to get us, girl.
It's got Gregory Peck in there. So the film is notorious. Are you drooling over Gregory Peck? My granny would be. She would have been.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good looking guy.
So the movie was notorious for having a haunted production. And to start off, the original star of the Gregory Peck, like right when the production was beginning, he was supposed to get on a flight, and he changed his mind. He didn't get on the flight. That flight crashed, and everybody on the flight died. But here's the weirdest part about it. the flight crashed, and when it crashed, it landed on a car. And inside that car was the family members of the pilot of the flight. Tell me that isn't crazy.
Get the F out.
I'm dead serious.
No damn way.
Yes. Yes. So the pilot that was flying that plane that crashed landed on a car that that was his family members were in, and they died too. Yeah. That's crazy, right?
Oh my God.
Like what are the odds of that happening?
That's a bajillion to one.
Right.
Like,
right. Of all the cars in the world and all the cars on the road, you landed on that one?
So, shit, yeah. Damn the luck, right?
Damn the luck.
So
then while production was going on, Gregory Peck did have to get on a flight. So he got on that flight, and while he was on that flight, the plane got struck by lightning. Here's the weird part. On a separate day, separate flight, the executive producer, Mark Neufeld, was on a flight, and his flight was also struck by lightning. And they say
like the same night and everything?
No, different flight, different day. And they say that the chances of that happening, just a plane being struck by lightning, period, is real slim. But for it to happen twice, 2 different days, 2 different flights, and both of these people happen to be working on the same movie, like, come on. There's something with that.
Well, we sort of talked about that last week when we were talking about curses. Like, one or twice you might call a coincidence, but then when you're getting 3 or 4 things, and like, it can happen.
Yeah, at some point you have to say, okay, what's going on here? So there was a lot of
shit's going down.
There was a lot of shit's going down for real. Like, I mean, they're both lucky that their planes didn't crash, but they didn't. But it just crazy that their flights got struck by lightning. You and I fly a lot.
We do.
And like the thought of that would be terrifying for our flight to get struck by lightning. I've never heard of it. Like I've never heard of anybody that I know that's ever been on a plane that's gotten struck by lightning.
I don't know anybody either.
So to our viewers, if you know anybody or you've ever been on a flight that has been struck by lightning, email us, because I really want to know.
Yeah.
Like, what is that like? What happens when a plane gets struck? What happens? Does a plane fall? Do the lights go out? What happens? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. Like, does the hair stand up on the back of your neck and your arms? And
like, really, what happens? So y'all send us your email if you know somebody or if you've actually been on a flight. We want to know. So on this set, there was a lot of things that happened while filming, and because like those are 2 things that happened off the set, but there's a scene in the film where they're at the zoo, and there's baboons. There's a bunch of baboons in the car. They get attacked, right, by the baboons. So that's it right there. So those are trained baboons. While they were making this scene, the baboons actually went apeshit. Get it?
Good one, girl. Good one.
But the trainer was having trouble getting them under control. He did finally get them under control. And he was able to get them back, like they were supposed to be. But that trainer, the very next day, got killed by a tiger, on his own tiger. The tiger got him, crushed his head, bit him, crushed his head.
Good God.
Yeah. So so he's done. He's out of there. So then there's another animal incident, and there's this scene where they're in the cemetery right here. And these Rottweilers, when those Rottweilers come up and are, so the Rottweilers actually did get out of hand. The trainer could not get them under control. And the Rottweiler, one of the people actually did get injured because the dogs were so aggressive that they bit him through how they have those padding. He got bit up really
Yeah.
bad during filming for the Rottweilers went going nuts. Like they couldn't, the guy could not get him under control. And so there was multiple people
I'm
on set.
scared of those dogs anyway.
Yeah, me too. Me too. They're big. They're so big and powerful, you know.
And I know people that have them go, oh, they're just as lovable as any other dog, but I don't know. I don't know if they're as lovable as my Casper.
Casper's a sweet baby. So with those dogs, multiple people on set that day did get hurt. And then one of the special effects technicians named John Richardson, he actually got into a car accident. He survived the car accident, but his wife, Liz Moore, was beheaded in the car accident. And there's a scene in that movie
God.
where that happens. Like it pretty much played out the scene in real life. So it claims that wreck happened at 66.6 kilometers away from the town called Omen in the Netherlands. That's crazy, right? Coincidence?
That's some creepy stuff that goes on.
Yeah, so
Maybe
that's
not.
just some of the stuff that happened on that film that is just bizarre and scary. And like, I think I'd have walked out. I've been like, you know what, guys, I'm just gonna have to step out of this one. I'm gonna have to step away from this.
I'm going down to the Muppet Show down the block. I'm gonna make that movie.
I'm gonna make that movie. Yeah, I mean, imagine I can't imagine being Gregory Peck and having the flight that you were supposed to get on crash and everybody die, and then you get on a flight and it gets struck by lightning. I'm not getting on no more planes. I'm not gonna do it. I wouldn't. I will. I'm getting on a plane. I'm saying if I was Gregory Peck, I wouldn't. I'd be like, no.
Like, and would you not have like a little bit of survivor's guilt on that deal?
I think
Like, even though you chose not to get on it, but that's divine intervention right there. Like, that is like, I don't know.
And the
that
plane
kind of stuff happens.
The plane crashing down on the car that contained the family members of the pilot, that's like Final Destination shit. Like have you seen those movies, The Final Destination? Like that's
I've only seen like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime I get behind a log truck, I'm like, nope, get over. That's Final Destination shit.
Oh hell, I know. It does get that in your head. It's like, oh no, that's got something hanging out. Nope. Go around, slow down. Yeah, for sure.
So what do you got for movies?
Mine is an oldie too. I'm not sure the year. I did not write that down. But mine is the Poltergeist movie. This is, I think,
they're back.
This is one of the, I believe in my brain that I remember, one of the first shows that really kind of got on the edge of the paranormal world.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the whole thing is true by no means, but I think at that time, I'm going to say this was a 70s or 80s release.
Yeah, I think it was in the 80s.
Yeah. I think at that time, what we knew about paranormal, they kind of got that part right, about what could happen and that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is this Poltergeist movie. The premises of the show is they built a neighborhood on a cemetery. The contractors did not want to remove all of the graves because it would be too expensive. So they built a damn neighborhood on there. And of course, this little girl, Carol Ann, she starts having things in the TV and she would be like, they're here. And then 9 kinds of hell breaks loose, like for the family.
She was such a cute little girl.
Yes. But she tragically died right after the movie release. And y'all, she was 6 years old. Like, to me, she looks older there, but in real life, she was only 6. In my first, Lisa, if you had a kid, now I guess depending on how much money, this is going to sound bad. Don't judge me, moms. But I don't know if I want my kid to be in some kind of spooky movie, some slasher movie, or now this wasn't a slasher movie, but it
No.
had some gruesome parts in it.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know if it was really gruesome as much as it was just kind of like icky. The slime and I guess there was some bodies that popped up
Yeah,
and
when they fell in
yeah.
the pool and all the skeletons, popped up, and
Now, you know that the skeletons in the pool were real.
I do. At the time, it was cheaper to buy real skeletons than plastic ones. So, y'all, to make the movie, and I had read, whether it's true or not, when the mom fell in the pool with all of these skeletons coming up, at the time of filming, the cast and crew did not know that
Yeah.
these were real.
Yeah.
They had no idea these were real skeletons,
No.
which a lot of people believe is part of the reason that the film and the cast had such a curse or bad luck, bad karma, whatever you want to call it. I would have freaked the hell out had I known
Oh,
that
me
that was
too.
real
Me
skeletons. I'm about to
like
fall back in.
I got the heebie-jeebies just thinking about that.
I
Like
know.
I don't
Like,
no. I don't care that they've
I
been
know.
bleached and cleaned and whatever. That's no. I don't want to swim with the skeletons.
No,
I
that
don't
was a
want to.
real person. That is a real person. So this little girl in the movie, her name is Carol Ann, and that name just you can remember the parents calling Carol Ann and the little short kind of squatty lady, Carol Ann, Carol Ann, just she was creepy.
Go
This
into the
little girl,
line.
yes, you sounded like her just then.
Go, Caroline, go into the
Yes,
line.
yes. So she was misdiagnosed with Crohn's disease. Oh, so the movie, this was in 1987. And she got really, really sick shortly after the movie was released, and she was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And then one day she passed out, and so they care flighted her to the hospital, where she was having cardiac arrest. Long story short, what it ended up being was an abdominal blockage. So, I mean, this young child at 6 years old had some serious stuff going on, enough to kill her. So, I mean, she was one of the main, if not the main character in the movie. Then there was a lady named Dominic Dunn, and she was in, how many Poltergeist movies were there? 3, 4, I don't know. There was quite a few.
There was quite a
But
few, yeah.
yeah, so this lady played in the second one, and she separated from her partner in real life, and his name was John Sweeney. Well, they broke up, and John wanted her back, and he came over to her house one night and begging, pleading out the driveway, and she she was like, "No, we're over, we're finished," and so he choked her to death. Now, this was just within months of Carol Ann's deal. They started the production on this Poltergeist 2 or 3, whatever it was. So there's that. And then 2 more people died. And Julian Beck, like that last name, and Will Sampson. They were in Poltergeist 2. One died with stomach cancer, and one died of a lung transplant. Now, granted, the risks are really high with lung transplants.
Sure.
But
Sure.
now you're talking 4 deaths.
Associated with the Poltergeist movies.
Yes, that whole deal. And so some of the cast would talk about other strange things that happened, where especially the mom, the whatever her name was, I forget, would talk about that they would be really late filming, and that all the cast and crew would talk about it's just not right. Like they felt like they were constantly being watched. And So much so that one night, one of the guys that played a shaman, like in the movie, coming out
Yes.
saying, "Look, this is sacred ground you built all these houses on. Shit's going to go down."
Yeah.
And he did an exorcism on the set. So, can you imagine being on the set and he was truly a Native American shaman in real life.
So,
He really
okay. So
was.
he really was a shaman.
He really was.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah. And so he feels so strongly that he does an exorcism. I didn't even know they could do an exorcism, but reportedly he did. And I'm thinking, how uneasy does that make everybody? He is Native American, because I'm just going to tell you, whatever those folks tell me, I believe,
Yeah, me too.
because they have some sort of spiritual connection. I'm not saying the rest of us don't, but I just think there is something with the Native American, the land, the spirits. I think there's a real connection there. And so this man felt strong enough to try to do that. And I'm like, he thought something bad was going on.
Yeah, he did.
So, I mean, there's all of that tied to that movie, that one single movie right there. So that's pretty creepy. I love the movie.
I do
Would
too.
watch it again. I would still jump in certain places. But yeah, moral of the story: don't build your house over a cemetery. Like, it's not going to end well for you.
Nope, not at all. Not at
Nope.
all. That
All
is
right,
one of my
girl.
favorite movies too.
It
I
is. You
enjoy
know
that
what? We'll
movie.
have a poltergeist movie. Maybe one night we'll get the girls together and we'll watch 1 through 3 or 4. We'll just
Yeah,
have some
that'd be fun.
drinks and snacks and
Jello shots and poltergeist. Oh, that's
yes.
that's how we
Damn, that
roll.
sounds like a fun night.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
So
All right, girl. What do you got? What's your
my
next one?
next movie is the movie.
Mm-hmm.
My mom raised us up on horror flicks, and when I tell you raised us, like, she didn't give two shits that we were little bitty. We were watching them. So we were raised on horror flicks. It's no wonder I turned out the way I did. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate it. So
Yeah, thank you, Mama.
yeah. So my next movie literally scared the living shit out of me when I was a child, and it remains to this day to be my all-time favorite scary, because it is scary. It is based on a true story, and if you know the movie, then you know this scene, this poster. So my movie is the 1973, the original, The Exorcist. Yeah, it is based.
Girl, that was one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. The scariest movie I've ever seen. I've seen every movie, scary movie. I know you don't. I watch every scary. I'm
I
dying right
don't.
now.
I know you do.
The new Exorcist is out right now. I haven't seen it yet, but I can't wait. I cannot wait. So
And
this
see,
one,
Deacon, we saw that one. It's pretty good. It is, but I'm doing this like half the time.
you did see the new one with the two girls?
We
Oh.
well, the one with
No, you saw a different. What'd you tell me you watched?
Russell, is it Russell Crowe that's in it, or whatever that guy is?
You saw the Pope's Exorcist. That's what you saw.
Yes, that's what we watched.
Yeah, no,
It
so
was scary.
this is a new The Exorcist movie, and it has
Oh no, I won't be seeing that.
It has two girls that are possessed now, and the mother who played Reagan's mom, what's her name? Oh my gosh, what is her name? Ellen Burstyn. She is in it also. They call her in because she's actually had experience, because Reagan was in the original Exorcist, was her daughter and was possessed. So it looks creepy. I can't wait to see it. Honestly. So this one though is actually based on an actual exorcism of a young boy from 1949. And on this movie, there were 9 deaths. So we're topping the poltergeist. 9 deaths of the cast and crew members before the movie was ever released. So some of the actors died from
Okay,
natural
see, to me,
causes.
Lisa, that's just not normal.
It's not
That's just
normal.
not normal.
It's not normal. No, no, it's
It's
not.
just not.
No, it's not. So and
Okay, I'm sorry.
okay,
Go
so
ahead.
well, here's one of the really crazy things about it is the actors that was in the film that played one of the priests that did the exorcism on Reagan, Jason Karras or Karras, something like that. Anyway, he played one of the priests that performed the exorcism, and he actually did. He encountered an actual priest one day that didn't know anything about what he was doing or what he was making in a movie, nothing. And the priest said to him, this actually said to this guy, reveal the devil for the trickster that he is. He will seek retribution against you, or he will try to stop what you're trying to do to unmask him. The priest said this to
Oh,
this
wow.
guy, having no idea that he was making a movie about exorcism. So that guy got a warning. He got a warning, and
Yes, for sure.
that's what people believe, is that why all these things were happening during the filming and post-production and whatnot is because the devil himself was like, hold on a minute, you're not about to expose me. And he was trying to shut it down.
Yeah.
So some of the actors died from natural causes, but it is coincidental that they happened during post-production and during production. So the son of Jason Miller, which was one of the actors in the movie, his son nearly died while they were filming. He had a motorcycle accident. He survived, but he was, he almost died. Paul Bateson was a guy who played a nurse in the movie, and he, for some reason, killed a reporter. He just killed a reporter.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And it was before the movie released, and he killed the reporter. And then when he did confess to it, but he told them, I don't know what made me do it. I don't know why I did it. Like, what is that?
Just
somebody who's never
no,
killed
just
before.
random.
Yeah, just random, killed a reporter. Someone who's never killed before, all of a sudden just kills a reporter. It's like, what? Something caused him to do that,
Yeah. For sure.
The set caught on fire while they were filming. And the weird thing about that is that everything on the set was destroyed except for the room that was Reagan's bedroom where the exorcism was being performed. That room did not catch on fire. So it caused a 6-week delay in filming. And when they resumed filming, they had a priest come in and pray and try to protect the set. So Ellen Burstyn, who played Reagan's mom, she got hurt on set during filming. There's a scene where Reagan throws her and she's supposed to fly back onto the floor. Well, her harness malfunctioned and it yanked her back super hard, and she suffered a spinal injury, like a lifelong injury. She was injured for life on her spine, like not paralyzed, but her back was jacked up. So there's that. While working on the set and designing and creating the set, a carpenter lost his finger, and then a lighting technician lost a toe. Like,
what the hell?
Yeah. And if you don't think that this movie set, film, whatever, was cursed or haunted,
Hell yes, it was.
you can't tell me any different.
You can't make this up.
After the movie released, there was people in the theater when they were watching this were being affected by it. People were throwing up, people, whatever. But one particular
I did
person,
hear that.
Yeah, because they even passed out barf bags in the movie theater when people were going in, just in case they, because she spews that
It's
green.
gross. Yeah,
it is gross. So, but one member of the audience actually passed out during the movie, fell and broke his jaw.
God.
Yeah. And Linda Blair, played Reagan, and they said she actually suffered a mental breakdown during filming.
But I would believe that. I mean, I can see that kind of stuff happening.
Well, they said that like, so they were running multiple air conditioners to because they wanted it, there's parts in the film where you can see their breath.
Yeah.
That back in the 70s, they didn't have the capabilities that we have now. They couldn't do AI crap. They couldn't,
Right.
so CGI and all that. So they put multiple air conditioners so that they could get it cold enough in there that they would be able to see their breath. Well, the priests and stuff are wearing jackets and shit while they're, but all she has on is like this little thin nightgown. So she was freezing, and they actually came in one morning, and there was snow covering the set because the air conditioners had gotten it so cold in there that it caused like a covering of a snow like stuff all over the set.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So she was put through hell making that movie. So I can imagine. I think she was 12 or 14 when she made that movie, and I can't imagine do it. First of all, you're playing someone who's possessed, and you look terrible,
Yeah.
and then people are getting hurt all around you while you're making this movie, including your on-screen mom,
Right.
who you were part of, throwing her. So I bet she did suffer some
Well,
mental.
we've talked about it, like when we're all joking around or whatever, and y'all are wanting to y'all, I'm referring to the group of girls we hang out with. Like, I'll tell y'all, if I watch a scary show, I have to do it in the daytime. Somebody needs to be with me, because if I watch it at night, I'm not going to sleep because all that's fresh on my mind, much less being in an actual film where everything is physically happening.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to watch the damn TV Land channel for hours after a scary show. Like, I've got to get that out of my brain. I don't want to go to sleep with all that in my head. So I can't even imagine what Linda went through.
No,
All
I
of
can't.
the vomiting crap and just all the bad things. And she was,
Yeah.
what'd you say, 17? What'd you say
No,
how old she was?
she was 12 or 14. She
Oh,
was,
even younger.
yeah, yeah. So, and I mean, that's hard. And I think this was like her first major movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
She should have been in the Barbie movie or something. That's not
I bet she was terrified.
I
Like,
can't, I'm terrified for her.
I mean, let's see. Can you imagine like this is how you see yourself?
Oh my
Like,
God.
look at that. So the picture of the guy right
I
there,
can't look.
the
It's
picture of that
scary.
guy, that's the actual guy that was the movie was based off of. That's him, the boy, but grown up.
That's
I can't
wild.
remember his name. I should have wrote that down. But yeah, that's the actual dude that the movie's based off of.
No wonder Linda had a nervous breakdown.
It's
Good God.
scary. Like, that's scary.
Yes.
It's creepy crap right there.
Mm-mm.
Do you know Angie dressed up like that a couple of years ago for Halloween? She looks so good.
Did she?
Yeah, she got the
Oh,
contacts and she looked really good.
oh my gosh.
This was the original. Uh, that's the when it came out.
Like
Like,
the release and all that.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, that's good.
Great.
It's a good movie, but it's scary.
I only saw the first one. That's all I could do.
So if y'all have not seen The Exorcist, because I know some of y'all might not even be old enough,
Right.
watch it and tell me
Yeah.
that ain't a scary movie. Don't go into it expecting badass graphics and stuff, because you ain't gonna get
Yeah.
that.
Because it's old.
It's old, but it's based on a true story,
It's
and
going to gross you out.
it is gonna gross you out. It is.
Oh
So
my God.
so what's your second movie?
Okay, mine, I'm going to make this short and quick. So everybody loves the Scream movies, right? The big slasher movies, and they're, getting the babysitters and killing them with the mask and all of this sort of thing. So, just real quick, I wanted to share a story that's a real true murder that happened right after the first original Scream came out. And it was the girl's name is Casey Joe Stoddart. That's her. So the whole thing with her was her uncle asked her to babysit the house for the weekend while he and his wife went wherever. So she had a boyfriend and she had invited the boyfriend over, and the boyfriend invited these two schmucks, which their names were, let me see, give me a second.
These two shitheads.
Yeah, Brian Draper and Toy Admick. Anyway, so her boyfriend's name was Matt, and he invited these two buddies over. So they're watching TV and they're kind of bored, and the two boys decide they're going to go to a movie theater. Like they're like, we're out of here. We're going to go watch a movie, and leave Casey and Matt at the house. Well, Matt decides he needs to go home or whatever, so he leaves, and Casey's there by herself. Well, the two boys don't really go to the movie theater. They are
Mhm.
waiting and they see Matt leave. So, just like in the Scream movies and all the slasher stuff, they cut the lights, they cut the electrical box with the intention that Casey would come downstairs to the basement and try to
Oh,
do the breaker thing. But instead, she stayed in the living room. She didn't go downstairs. So, long story short, they broke in and stabbed her to death.
with
They
that.
had on, yes, the the cause of death was actually 30 stab wounds. That's how,
Damn.
I mean, they just over and over and over, just like in the movie Scream.
So they both had a knife.
They both had knives, stabbing the crap out of her. These are actual police photos.
Yeah, I see that.
So when after all of this happened, the cousin of the ladies, the uncle and wife that had left, I guess, had a kid, and that kid came in the house first and found Casey, stabbed to death. So show the picture of the mask, if you would. That's the actual mask. So once they killed her, they put all their shit in a bag and they took it down to some abandoned lot and dropped it off. That's another mask right there. So, y'all, after they arrested these kids, it only took 6 days to figure out who it was.
Wow.
But they found a letter that they had made notes. This was not a spur of the moment kind of deal. They had watched the movie Scream. They
And they
wanted they wanted to do a scene from the movie. They were also very intrigued with like the Columbine, is that the way you say it? Shooting, the school
Columbine.
shooting.
Yeah.
Yes. They looked at the kids that shot up the school as heroes. But one of them was one of the murderer kids was very into horror films. And so they had this planned all along. And on their notes that they found with all of that, they had even a plan B. So if Matt didn't leave the house and leave Casey there, they were going to kill Matt too. They were just going to come in, scare them to death like you see in the slasher movie, Scream, and they were going to stab them both. So it was all planned pre everything. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is this me. I know hit some backlash on this, but I don't care. Things can leave impressions. These kids wanted to do what they saw in the horror films, and all of these young kids today's world that are gamers, and they watch people shooting up people all the time with AK-47s. And I'm not saying it's solely the reason. I think for young kids to do something like this, there's something else off, something else is going on. But I do think our young people are very impressionable. And I
Yeah.
think, the horror slasher films does put ideas in their head and they think it's cool to watch it on screen. So, like these kids, hey, let's go do it. Let's cut the lights like in the movie. Let's wear the mask. Let's stab them, all of the stuff. So, anyway, that happened after Scream was released. This actual murder that I'm talking about. So, there you go. There's a couple of movies that I picked, and
It's the copycat killer
Yeah, exactly.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And these kids thought the shoot people that, the two kids that went in and shot up the school were heroes. Like,
Yeah.
there's something not right with that, right? You're already a tick off if you think they're heroes.
I like to say they're missing the fries out of their Happy Meal. I mean,
Hell,
really,
I
there is
think they're missing
something
the box, girl.
they're missing it all. The only thing they got was the toy.
Yeah.
I think we picked some good movies.
Hmm.
I had a real hard time choosing
Me
because
too, because there are a lot.
there is a lot of movies, like even Three Men and a Baby
Oh my God, that show, yeah, had the ghost on the set.
had the ghost on the set. There's Three Men and a Baby. There was so many of, I was like, man, which ones am I going to pick?
Yeah.
There's actually a movie that never made it out, never got released. It was called Atuk, and
Yeah.
it starred John Belushi. Uh, there was like three different, Dan Aykroyd, and it was going to be a comedy. It was not a horror movie. It was going to be a comedy, but there was so much tragedy that occurred while filming. They never released it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, including I think John Belushi dying, and it had that other guy, fat man in a little coat. What's his name? He was a comedian. He died of a drug overdose. I can't remember his name, but there was a lot of stuff that happened so that it never even got released. And
So
I was
yeah,
like, and there's just so many cursed,
there
haunted
are. Like,
things when you
you
start
guys
really
can go
researching.
Google it. Go Google, movie sets with curses or bad things that happen to those that do horror films, or there's just mountains to weed through on
There
stuff.
is, there is.
So I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm gonna pass on the scary shows.
I'm not. I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them. I watch them all. Like I said, I'm going to see the new Exorcist.
Well, you go and tell me how you come back and report to everybody how it was.
You know what? I might go tomorrow night
There you
because
go.
so guys, our campfire ghost stories got canceled because we have a burn ban and
And we can't even have a grill.
we can't have anything. So how the heck are we going to make hot dogs and s'mores
It
with no
takes
fire?
away the whole thing of campfire and ghost stories. So
Yeah.
we are hoping to do that later in the fall or winter, after the rain has come and gotten things better. But
Because y'all, we're in Texas, so winter here just means,
nothing. It's
nothing.
70.
It's right.
And we're all bundled up at 70 degrees.
Yeah. So yeah, since we're not doing that tomorrow night or
There you
Friday
go.
night, Friday the 13th, maybe I go see the scary movie.
Go do it. Go do it.
I could go to the drive-in.
There you go. That'd be good to go see it.
I'll tell you a story about a scary movie. When I was little, my mom used to take us to the drive-in all the time. And my mom took us to the drive-in to see the original Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, another scary one.
Another scary one. That one traumatized me. So on the way back from the movie, we had to go down this little narrow road to get back to our house, lined with trees. Okay. We're going down this road. It's dark as shit. My mom's like, holy crap, there's a purse in the road. She stops. Me and my sister are screaming, Mama, don't get out of the car. Don't get out of the car. Because we just know Jason's coming out of them trees.
Yeah.
And going to get our mama. My mom runs out in front of a truck, grabs this purse, yanks it up out of the road, and you can hear change flying and going shling, ling, ling, and hitting the grill of this truck. And she gets back in the car. Me and my sister are terrified because
Oh my God.
we just know, we're like, go, go, mama, go, go. Because we just knew Jason was
Yes.
in those trees. But yeah,
Oh
she
my
did
God.
that. She got out and got that purse. There was all kinds of crap in that purse, jewelry and money, and I don't know. It was crazy, but that was one of my scary movie memories.
Your mom.
My mom is a hoot. So yeah.
All right, everybody. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up. This has been a long week so far.
It has.
I'm just tired. If you're ghost hunting like Lisa and I, we are busy every damn day of the week and on weekends, and I'm exhausted. So,
And this is
anyway.
our busy time of year because we have to tone it down a little bit in the summer because it's just too damn hot in some of the locations
Yes,
that we go to.
for
So
sure.
we have to ramp it up during the cooler months,
Yep.
and we've been doing that. And then the
For sure.
wedding and everything coming up. We're exhausted, y'all,
Yeah.
but we're here.
We're here. Y'all send in your fancy glasses. Thanks for hanging out with us and talking scary movies. If you have a comment or question, send it to oursideparanormal@gmail.com. Be
Yep.
sure and like and follow. And if you're watching the video, hit that subscribe button and check us out. And we're gonna what are we talking about next week? Do you remember? Let me look.
What are we talking about next week?
Next week we're talking about like seances and table tipping
Oh,
and
yeah.
mediumships kind of stuff. So that's what y'all have to look forward to next week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
y'all come back and see what's going on with that. We'll have some good stuff.
that's going to be a good one. That one's going to be good.
Yep.
I love that kind of stuff. So,
All right, girl. Well, cheers to you.
cheers to you and to all these haunted movies that we just talked about.
All you
Clink,
clinksters out there, clink, clink.
clink, clink.
Thanks for hanging out with us another Tuesday night and hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed the show. And that's it.
Send us
guess
a
we're
picture
done,
of your
girl.
glass and we're out of here.
Thank you, Crystal, for sending yours. It was awesome.
It was. Don't bring it to a ghost hunt, Crystal. It's going to disappear. I'm just telling
You
you.
guys be sure and do shout outs to us about what you want to do, and we'll be sure and comment about it. Yes, there is something new in the background tonight, so
Oh,
be
yeah,
sure
we
and
almost
email
forgot.
about that. So,
Yep. All right, guys.
y'all
Y'all
have a
go.
good week out there, and if anything fun and exciting that we need to know about, let us know.
Y'all go watch something scary.
All right, everybody, y'all have a good week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Y'all stay spooky.
Stay spooky. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.